So Dennis, what do you look for when you come out here to survey the fruit during harvest season?
And mostly I'm just coming out here to eat grapes because these are the best grapes I've ever had.
They are pretty darn good. Hi, welcome back to Creekbend and Bloom. I'm Pam Bonin, Marketing Manager for Oliver Winery. This is Dennis Dunham, our winemaker. Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Pam.
It's a beautiful day out today.
It's gorgeous.
It is.
Nice and dry and sunny. Perfect.
Just what we need for harvest, right?
Absolutely.
Very good. I wanted to get, from a winemaker's perspective, what our winemaking philosophy is at Oliver Winery. Just as we set into, jump into your world and actually see and capture the winemaking, I want to kind of build a nice foundation for that.
Sure. Well, it's pretty simple. We're just, ultimately we're after flavor. So we're trying to grow flavors out here. And so everything that Bernie's done throughout the season is an effort to give these grapes here the absolute best opportunity to develop the flavors that we're after. So, you know, right now this is perfect ripening weather. I think we had a high of 90 today. So we got a nice warm day. It's dry, cool breeze. Not that there's any moisture that needs to be blown off of these right now, but just perfect. These are just sitting here getting sweeter. The acids are coming down and getting more and more flavor, which is ultimately, you know, that's the main thing that we're after.
We're really wanting to strive to capture the essence of the fruit, basically.
Absolutely.
Right?
And then all the winemaking from that point on is really focused on preserving that flavor that we achieve in the vineyard.
Okay, great. So how do you and Bernie work together? So Bernie has been working hard to manage the vineyard and really get these fruits great sun exposure and just get them to be able to ripen nicely. So how do you two work together to get the fruit from the vineyard to the winery, and how do you know when?
Well, early on, I mean, we're kind of going off of histories and, you know, what we've achieved in fruit before. So to some extent, you know, in the winter months, we could be talking about, you know, the last year's vintage, and, you know, we see our crop lows, we see how ripe we got, and we might make slight adjustments of, you know, if we're holding, you know, 4 tons to an acre this year and we don't get the flavors that we want, maybe the next year we decide to hold a little bit less. So there's a little bit of that kind of after the fact, like see what we have and see if we need to make any changes on our philosophies. But then on you know, during the summer, Bernie's certainly our eyes out here, so he's, you know, he's the first one to bring something to our attention of, you know, that something doesn't look right, this plant looks like it's showing some stress. Right now, in some places out here, we have some drought stress, so it's something that we're really keeping an eye on. He takes samples for us, so we'll, you know, for today we brought in Vidal and Chardonnay to be sampled, because those are 2 things that we know are getting really close to harvest. And so he brought those in this morning. We ran the chemistries on it as well as tasted it and try to make a judgment on where we think it is. And that actually, this morning, the Chardonnay looks like we'll harvest it on Thursday. So
when you're running a sample, what strategy do you take? A few clusters from different areas?
It's actually, it's a science for it not to be a science, if that makes any sense, because they're coming through here, and you know, we're in one small part of this block, so we've got several acres of Chambourcin here. So if I sample fruit from here, it might be different from up at the top of the hill versus at the bottom of the hill. So, you know, Bernie's the one that samples most of the time because he's out here the most, so he can see different spots in the vineyard. He should be most familiar with the blocks.
Well, I think we're going to go talk to Melanie and John actually in the lab and have them walk us through how they run the chemistry on the grapes. I think that'll be a really great view of behind the scenes at the winery.
They'll enjoy it. Maybe you can help them.
Yeah, right. keep me away from the lab. It's trouble. Cool. Well, thank you, Dennis, for taking some time out here and just giving us a nice winemaker's perspective of our winemaking philosophy and what kind of decisions need to be made to get the fruit from the vineyard to the winery.
You're very welcome.
We will see you again soon.
All right. Look forward to it.
Thank you.